couldn't love something or someone else until I loved myself. Completely, 100%, 120%, 220% love myself. And now that I'm experiencing this freedom that I've never felt. Good morning, boys. It's 4:19 a.m. in front of the gym again. You know, I'm supposed to be making these videos for my future self. I am. I'm going to be looking back on these videos. And I'm going to say, this is where I am. This is where I was. This is what I was thinking. And just the other day, just this morning, I was watching my other YouTube videos. And they really give me a perspective on what works and what doesn't. So this morning when I was in my bed and I was feeling warm and I felt like I got 3 hours of sleep when I got 6, I felt drowsy. I felt like shit. I did not want to get up once again. I never want to fucking get up at 3:15 in the morning. But I thought to myself, I just have to do 10%. Boom. Just like that. I got up. I got the fuck up. I was stunned with a taser by how fucking easy it was to get up from that bed. It was actually cool. Just by thinking to yourself, I'm gonna do 10%, you do all of it. You don't even get 90%, you do 100%. Which, you know, I go deeper into that on the video before this one. But I was thinking about what to talk about this morning. Because I don't script these. I just talk about what I think about. Yesterday, I felt really good. I made a video, got out of the gym, went home, packed my food for work, went to work. And while I was working, I was feeding my mind. I was feeding my mind of a bunch of good things. But it came to a point. I was feeding my mind too much. I started feeling drowsy. I started feeling confused. I started not feeling good. Just felt like shit. Because I was watching the things that are good for me. Watermelon tastes good. Watermelon is good for you. Watermelon has fiber. Watermelon has water. Too much of watermelon can make you bloated. Too much of watermelon can make you feel foggy, drowsy, groggy. Can make you feel like shit. Too much of a good thing, not a good thing. I cannot be feeding my mind multiple shit all the fucking time. Okay, if I'm going to be watching something in the past, I watch the topics that I want to learn about. Maybe it's mentality. It could be physicality. It could be just a book, or it could be some sort of eye opener. But I do all of these back to back. And it comes to a point where I become foggy and clouded. I feel like shit. Yesterday I cried. I cried. I fucking admit it. I'm a man. We all cry. A man without a feminine side is not a man. I'm not going to sit here and say I never cried in my life. I cried when my girlfriend broke up with me. In fact, she didn't even break up with me. I broke up with her emotionally. And that caused me to break down because I was so fearful that I was so scared. I was scared that I was gonna lose her and my life would crumble. And she's beautiful. She has everything together. She has a life. She has a house. She has a car, and she has all these things. And she's awesome, and like she's beautiful, and she talks like her voice is beautiful. I was scared that I would never get that again. The universe is abundant. The universe is the most abundant energy ever. Ever. Nothing can come close to it or beat it. So the moment that you think that there's something that you need and you cannot detach from it, you failed. You failed. You're gone. Out of here. It's gone. You're not going to be given it anymore. The moment that you think you need to have something and you need it, right? You can't survive without it, is the second you don't get the power. Dude, I've experienced this so fucking much. I actually experienced this a month ago and I didn't even think that I could. So I realized this, right? I took these principles to mind. And then I implemented strategies. And I tried to brainwash myself. And I tried to speak a certain way. To brainwash myself, I wrote down, I needed to do this. I needed to do this, otherwise I'll die. I can't live life. Everything is gone. I'll never get a house. The second that I said that I don't need all that, the second I decided to make myself, and I allowed myself to be myself, I got it. You can look up my first ever video on YouTube and compare it to this one. And it's gonna be literally night and day. The first one was day, but they will be night and day. The way that I talk, the way that I speak, what I speak about, the way that I jump through topics, all of it. Because I detached. And I was so fucking attached to this woman that the universe didn't give her to me. Because of my actions. I cried because she didn't want to be the one to break my heart. I broke my own heart by staying with her. And I wanted her so bad. I didn't believe that I could lose her. That broke me for a long time, for months. Depression, anxiety, fear, all of the above. It ruled me. And then I got healed. I cried and prayed to God. I was crying in my passenger seat of this car, praying to God to help me remove this pain. I was crying, asking why her, why this relationship, why me, why do I have to be the one soul, the energy experiencer in this universe to experience a heartbreak like that? Two hours later, I felt way better. I felt way better because I cried. I could assume that 90% of people that cry, they feel better afterwards. I mean, I've heard countless stories of women crying. They feel better afterwards. Oh, I just need to cry, I'll feel better. Well, I cried. I felt better. So, that time I actually knew why I was crying. Yesterday, I cried my fucking eyes out. I cried my shit to sleep at 1 p.m. in my seat here. For the first time ever, I drove my car up my driveway. Beautiful sunny day, blue skies, green trees. And as I'm driving up the hill, I get to my property. I go down the hill. I go down a smaller hill that's on my property, on top of the big hill. And I parked my car underneath a garage that I've never parked it there before. And I just cried. This time, though, I didn't entirely know why. And as I was crying, I was asking God to be there with me. And I was asking all that is good for me to be there for me. And then I tried to put a feeling to it. When I cried, when I broke up with the woman, I said, I'm scared. I was crying and I said, God, I'm scared. Yesterday, God, I'm happy. I thought I was fucking delusional. I thought I was fucking crazy. God, I'm happy and I'm crying, my eyes out. So I tried asking myself, why am I crying, saying I'm happy, but they're tears of hurt. Because my ass has never experienced the fucking feeling of freedom, real freedom, The freedom of being able to choose who I want to be. Being able to fucking choose the life that I want to live, the way I want to live it, and the things that I want to do. And actually being able to do them. I was fucking crying because I loved life. And I don't believe that I've ever deserved it. Ever deserved it. Yet I grew up in a fucking almost nearly crackhead home, okay? 2 years old, 3, 4, 5 I was old, living only with my mom. My dad was an alcoholic, and then my mom got addicted to drugs, and then my dad had to fight over custody for me. My mom didn't even show up to the fucking jail. She didn't even show up, so automatically my dad, and then I was living with my dad. My dad took me automatically, and I was living with him. For 5 years old, 6 years old, I started first grade. 7 years old. 7 years old is when I got 7 years old is when I was on his property, and there was my mom there living in a cabin. She was trying to pay rent from my dad. My dad was the high hilltop fucking king of the hill. You're trying to act like it. My mom, because she was addicted, brung friends, people, relationships, demons over to the property. And fucking, it hurt me. It hurt me because I wanted her attention so bad. I have a scar on my hand because I smashed my hand through a window, wanting my mom so bad and never getting her love. I've never had the fucking love from my mom that I ever wanted. And if I ever did get it, I got it for 10 seconds. When I bet most people have gotten it for hours. I'm not the one to say who, how long, but I know what I've experienced. I know what I don't want my kids to experience. And my mom going through that pain. My mom, my own mother. And as I grew up at 3rd grade, I started being mean to kids because my environment was feeding that to me, those demons. And I was mean. And then I switched schools because I was so mean. They forced me. I thought it was my choice. I did. I was like, okay, yeah, definitely. But in reality, they would have made me either way. I went 4th grade. I started becoming fatter. My mom got kicked out of the property from my dad because she was on too much drugs and bringing too many people over to the property. And then she moved out to another guy's house where there was more drugs and he was selling cocaine, one of the biggest cocaine dealers in the fucking state. His house. And my mom brung me over there where people were coming in and out. Cocaine, heroin, meth, and all of the above. And I was in their house living there for years. 4th grade and 5th grade. And then while I was there, all these people coming over, I thought I was living the best life ever. When in reality, I was getting fat. I was eating bullshit. I was not being physically healthy. And whenever someone invited me to be physically healthy, I always said no. I stayed there day after day after night during Christmas. All of my Christmases before. Ever since I was 2 years old. All of my Christmases have been late presents. I always woke up and there was nothing, no presents under the tree on Christmas Day. 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. And then I turned 5. And then the presents, there was none. There was none. My dad never got me presents. He would never, ever get me presents. He was never there for me. And so all I could do is look back and say, do I want to be this for my kids? And then 6 years old, Christmas comes. My mom says, it's going to be a late Christmas. She made me wait in my dad's bedroom in our trailer. We had a little magnet on our fridge, and it said trailer trash. we have a magnet that says trailer trash. She would make me wait in the bedroom while she wrapped presents on my bed in the living room. My bed is in the living room. I sleep there. Absolutely. I'm proud of it. I know where I come from. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., Christmas Day. I walk out, bunch of presents underneath the tree. Yay! We all act like the presents were always there. That happened every Christmas of my childhood. I never had a real Christmas past 2 years old. I was always the one that needs to be self-sufficient to grow my own presence in my mind. And then I turned 11 years old. That crack house of cocaine, it got swatted. Bunch of cops came in, swept everybody out, swept the whole place, took the guns, took the drugs, jailed the guy who was the cocaine master, whatever the fuck, jailed my mom. The guy who was selling cocaine, he had 2 fucking choices. Go to jail for 20 years or get clean, be free, be probation. He chose probation. And then I saw him get clean, get a job, get clean, eat right, lose weight. He fixed his life. And I saw what's possible from the fucking bottom of the barrel. If he can do that, anybody can. Anybody. So my mom goes, I don't know where she goes. She has a car, she drives wherever, and I see her select times. Okay, all of this fucking pent up shit, and then when I was 14, when I was 15, I was addicted, I was depressed, I was addicted to sugar. I wasn't addicted to drugs. Thank Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you so much, God. But I was addicted to sugar. I was addicted to ruining my life, to fat. I was addicted to YouTube. And at night, 12 a.m., I would make myself homemade, pure whipped cream. I would ruin my life by eating the whipped cream at 1 a.m. watching YouTube to get my mind off of it, because all I wanted to do was fill the void that's inside my stomach. Fill the lost feeling of love that I always felt. It's a ball in the center of my body that I feel for love, and it was not there. It was turned cold, turned to stone. It was gone, was not there. And I wanted to feel that. So the only thing I could do in its place was feed myself something. Because love is energy, and when you feel love, you get energy. But I didn't feel love, so I took all of my energy from food. I got big as shit, over 220 pounds. That 211 pounds I always talk about was when I started, when I truly locked in. But truly, the highest weight that I ever was at was probably over 220. Fuck. Shit. I shouldn't be cursing. I gotta fix that. Oh, I gotta fix that now. 230 pounds. I was so fucking depressed. In fact, I bought a VR so that I can get away from my 3D reality. And then I started taking my credit. I asked my father for credit cards so that I asked my dad for credit cards so that I could pay for a computer. He gave me those credit cards. I paid for the computer. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And then I wanted a car. I got the car. And then I started spending more money on the car. And then I asked my dad for credit cards. He gave me the credit cards. All when I was fucking depressed, bullshit, and not knowing what I should be doing. I was taking the truck out illegally, no driver's license, at night to meet up with women. And my dad gave me credit cards to be irresponsible with. That led me in $30,000 in debt. And I all put this on me. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have had it. If I didn't have this relationship, I wouldn't have had it. If I didn't talk to this person, I wouldn't have gotten the shit that I now have. And that's on me. When truly, I need to fucking be reminded. And I need to remind you who is listening that it's not your fault. If you think you have a bunch of stuff, but in reality, somebody allowed it to, there was a gatekeeper that allowed the bullshit that you need to go through. They allowed it, and if they didn't allow it, it wouldn't have happened. It's not your fucking fault. If you are open now to your mind, if you're open-minded now, you're a different person than who you were. It's not your fault. But if you stay the same, it's your fault. Oh, fuck, completely. Change. And it's not your fault. Just change. Change. And I was fucking bawling. I was bawling. My eyes out. Because I feel this love now. I fucking feel this ball that is so big in the center of my chest because I love, and all because I give, I now feel like I can get. And this shit I've never felt. I've never fucking felt this. Ever. Ever. I'm in control of my life now. I never was before. I'm in front of the gym. Snap Fitness about to change my life. 4:49 a.m. The full moon is out. It's a beautiful, I know it's going to be a beautiful day. Check my Instagram. Check my Instagram. I post stories on there every single day. And I feel this feeling that I never have felt like I've deserved. I've gone through so much shit that I need to look back on, and I forget. That's why I need to look back on it. And I say to myself, everything is my fault. I say to myself, I don't deserve love. I fucking say to myself that I've never gone through anything hard. I say that. I know there's so many people who've gone through harder. When in reality, I look back and I actually do realize that I've fucking gone through. I've gone through. I've gone through. I'm almost scared what this kind of love will do to this world. Because this love I feel for myself, for everybody, for everything that I do, all of the passion that I put in, every drop of water that I drink, everything that I eat, every person I talk to, every ounce of content I put online, I put on Instagram, I put on my life, working out, walking, eating, drinking, all of it. I put love into it. And I've always wanted to give this, but I couldn't love something or someone else until I loved myself. Completely, 100%, 120%, 220% love myself. And now that I'm experiencing this freedom that I've never felt, this love that I've never fucking felt in my life, I feel so good. I feel so good that I was, sorry, I didn't mean to hit I was a little aggressive there. I didn't know what to do. So I just cried. I just cried because I feel so free. And I cried because I feel so much love. I cried because I feel like I can give so much love. I cried because I can make so much content. I cried because I'm the ruler of myself. I cried because I never felt like I deserved it. I still don't feel like no. That's why though. Is because I need to change that shit. That's what I'm currently working through now. This now, of me crying, is because I fucking know I deserve it. And I don't need to stand here and say I deserve it and I deserve it, man. I genuinely, if I was on the fucking streets right now in a broken ass down car, I would say, okay, where can I work from here? And I'm ready to fucking fight. But I'm not. I'm here in a nice car in front of the gym about to work out. I'm going to go on a walk later with my coffee. I'm going to make content. I'm probably going to split this up on YouTube Reels. I'm going to make stories, and then I'm going to fucking go to work. I'm going to make some money, dude. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to eat healthy food. And I'm going to drink a lot of water today. And it's going to be beautiful. Oh, it's going to be like 74 degrees. Excuse me. And then I'm going to journal. Later on today, when I get home, I'm going to journal. I'm going to shower. And then I'm going to get ready for bed. All day I'm going to be listening to YouTube, feeding my mind good things. All of these things. They're so good. I could not be happier. I was crying my fucking eyes out because I was so happy. I was saying, God, I'm so happy. 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 I feel so much love. I don't know why. I honestly don't even know where it comes from. I just know that I'm in full fucking control of my life. And I know that people are out here saying that they don't have fucking control. Are you shitting me? Dude, shut up. Shut up. Respectfully. Like, I'm not going to do anything to you, but respectfully, with all love and light in the holy Christ of Jesus and his blood, you own it. You have full control of your life. Please do not take advantage of this freedom, of this ability to change lives, to change the world. Do not miss this opportunity to love everything, including you. Please. I would have thought I'm the last person to say this when I was in second grade and I was drawing pictures. I was in second grade. In second grade, I was so mean to people. I was so fucking mean. I can't even explain the things I would do. I would be put in the little box in the back of the office with the lady, the little lady that would watch over me, make sure I'm not doing anything. All day. And I felt like I was boxed and locked, like I had no freedom ever. Every time I went to the bathroom, I had somebody needing to walk with me and wait outside the stall. Wait outside the bathroom. So I've never believed I've been grown and locked into this box to where I don't believe freedom. I don't believe it. And now I have I'm doing now the things that I do, which is eat right. I work out, I walk, I get cardio, I try to lose fat, I try to be in the best physical shape. I mentally work my mind. I mentally exercise my mind, physically exercise. I spiritually love. I spiritually exercise my freedom. All of these things have completely changed my life. And I don't know what to fucking do with it. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here crying in a car at 4:57 a.m. talking to a camera, talking to a phone. Shit, I could not even have a phone right now. Yet I have a phone. And I'm making this video for me to look back on and say, fuck, bro, you're fucking strong. You're fucking strong. Dude, the shit that you fucking went through. Oh my God, you should see what the future. Oh, sure, I just spit right there. You should see what the future has in store for you. Genuinely, it is. Oh my God. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's fucking go. I'm excited. I'm honestly so glad that I have this opportunity to be free, and yet be grown up in such a place where I felt so locked in, like locked in a box with no freedom. I have all of it now because of three things: mentality, physicality, spirituality. Exercise those things every single month. Month 1, for the first week and a half, try to exercise your mind. For the second week and a half, try to exercise the way you physically feel, physically are. And this is just if you're starting, okay? I didn't do this. I needed to go through a fucking shit storm. But just if you want to watch this video and get away with something from this person who's experienced these things, genuinely, I'm here. I'll tell you anything. You know, I'm not pushing anything onto you. If you feel like you're just starting, mentality, week and a half, physicality, week and a half, just walk a little more. Just walk a little more. You'll feel better. Spirituality. Look up near-death experiences. Change your life. If I could tell someone one thing if they wanted to get in spirituality, and one thing that would change their life, turn it from black to white: near-death experiences. That one thing led to everything that I'm doing right now. All that I'm doing right now on social media. Oh my God, I have so much energy. It's hard to I have so much energy right now. Everything I'm doing, social media, my life, the love I'm feeling, all because I watched one near-death experience. I don't want to be the one to die and then... No. If you believe in yourself, or if you don't, watch one. And if you have been going through some shit and you feel like you have... Yeah, I'm sorry, this has been a pretty emotional ride here. Fucking crying in a car at 5 a.m. because I'm happy, but one last thing before we go here and we start our day. We wake up and this day is so beautiful. One last thing is, if you have been going through some shit, and if you feel like you have tried, but you failed, and you've tried more and you tried more, but you failed, maybe you tried for 3 months, month failed, and you just feel like you're stuck, just feel like it's because you need direction. If there was a racetrack and a racer, would the racer drive off the train, the track? No. So you need direction. You need somebody to show you that map, or you need to make that map yourself. So you can hit me up. I was going to say, please like, subscribe, comment. You could anything. I will answer all of the comments. I'm not usually the one to put out call to actions like that, because again, I believed I've never deserved it. You need a map. Where you're going to go is the most important part in your life. A lot of people mess up because they say, this is where I am. This is where I have been. Well, that determines my future. No. No. Make a map 6 months ahead of your life. That's what I've done. So I know that works. Write down 5 things you want to get done in the next 6 months. And then every single day, try to get 1 step closer. You'll change your life. Ask me anything on the comments. Ask me anything on the Instagram videos. I got to piss bad. I got to go work out. I'm gonna get this shit going. Boys, I love you. I love you, whoever you are watching this in the future. I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me while I bawled my fucking heart out. I love you. Please stick around, watch more videos. We're gonna make so much here in the future. I love you. Feed your mind. Feed your future.